Perfect. So obviously defeat on Tuesday, but back-to-back wins in the league.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wouldn't have mattered if we won 6-0 on Tuesday anyway. It wouldn't have made any difference. You know, that competition, I think we made it clear from the outset what we're going to do. And as regards all of that, you know, with the young players played in the first game, in the second game, you'll get an Elliot Bennett back from injury. In the third game, you get young players playing again, and you'll get Aidan O'Brien back from an injury. So there's lots of pluses in what that competition has given us. Obviously not the results, but you're not always going to get that anyway, you know. So yeah, at the end of the day, you know, the game on Tuesday was a completely different game to what we'd be looking forward to and preparing for this week's game, and obviously the last week's game. So yeah.
And obviously Aidan O'Brien got his first full 90 minutes, real positive there for him.
Yeah, huge positive. His stats were pretty good as well. When you look back on it, you think at the time they're good. You know, his numbers were good in terms of him getting about the pitch. So yeah, we're really pleased with that, and there's obviously no signs of the injury, which is more important really.
Yeah, how's he feeling after that? Obviously, first time he's played it.
Bit stiff, but all right. No, okay. Yeah, okay. He's in a good place.
Yeah, how much is it taking for him, not just physically but mentally, to just keep himself going, keep fit? Because it must be frustrating for him seeing everyone playing and not be involved.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably is. I mean, you'll have to ask him a little bit more in depth about how he's felt about that. What I would say, it's been frustrating. It's frustrating not having any player that you've signed. I think it's more difficult for him because he's new to the club. It's not like he's played for a season and all of a sudden he's missed the first 2 or 3 months. So I think that one's always a very difficult one for him, you know, because he'll be coming in, he'll be thinking all the things like, oh my God, you know, they'll think, am I ever going to play? You know, I'm injury prone, I'm this, that and the other. And it, you know, it's just one of them freak things that can happen. Well, we hope it's a freak thing anyway, that can happen when you come in. But when you're new to a club, you know, the first thing you want to do is sort of prove yourself. And he's not been able to do that, unfortunately. But he's a great lad, really, really positive in the dressing room. And we're really pleased now that he's back in with us, and hopefully, touch wood, it stays that way for him for the rest of the season now.
And while we're talking about people coming back, obviously Marco Morose played on Saturday. How's he feeling as well?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, he was good. I think it was just time with that. You know, obviously in the first 2 weeks there's a potential risk of a dislocation. Obviously he had the stitches in it. You know, anyone who's ever had stitches, what happens is you're still a little bit tight. He couldn't quite make a fist. And it was a little bit swollen, but now obviously a bit more treatment, natural healing and time. He was good at the weekend, yeah.
No Julian Da Costa though. How's he? Any update on him?
Do you know what? I probably could have asked for an update before I come out here about Julian. Do you want to hold there and I'll pop back? So he's back on the grass. Which is a bonus. I know that because we spoke about it this morning. I just haven't seen him after training to know how he is. And that's a genuine. I genuinely haven't. I just haven't had time. We haven't finished training long ago, and I've been back out here to speak to you guys. So hopefully that's all moving in the right direction. And there's no big news to be telling you, because I'm pretty sure if there would have been some big news to tell you, I would have known before I'd have come off the grass. So hopefully he's just moving in the right direction.
And then just an update on George Nurse. Has he had his surgery or is that still waiting?
No, not yet. So what date are we on? I think he's got week today, I want to say. Week today.
And obviously, I know you said before you don't really look much at the league, but strong position you're in at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it is nice. You can't sit and look at it at the moment, can you? You know, it is pretty good, but you know, it's about where you are in May, not where you are now. You know, I can't say to you when we were, I don't know, 18th last year. It's about where you are come May, and then all of a sudden, you know, fall over myself and say how great we're doing because we're 8th in the table. So, you know, we're pretty much on an even keel. And keep trying to get performances. That's what we need to do. So, you know, well, I think it's obviously good for everybody at the football club to you know, when it comes up on Sky or whatever like that, that you know, you see yourselves in the top half of the table as opposed to the bottom half. But other than that, I wouldn't get carried away with anything. It's about the next game for me.
Yeah, I suppose, like you say, it gives a boost to the players and the fans as well when they see that, you know, a point or fourth.
Yeah, of course.
It gives them a boost as well.
Of course, that's what it's all about, you know. I suppose league tables are for supporters, aren't they? Because, you know, it gives you better bragging rights the better your team's doing. So, you know, I'm sure the lads are pleased about it, and, you know, and deep down I would be pleased about it. But it's pretty much about staying focused because, you know, I know what this game's like. I've been in it a long time now, and I know what it's like. And you just got to make sure you keep training well, you keep preparing well, and hopefully you get your rewards at the end of the season for it.
Yeah, and then looking to Saturday, playing Charlton, only 2 places below you, it's very close in the league. You're off a good win, they're off a good win, so good game.
Yeah, well, let's hope it's a good game. Certainly from our point of view, anyway. You know, I think they've just had a couple of good results. And I think Ben Garner's gone down there. I've known Ben from Bristol Rovers, and I think he's gone down there and done a good job. And it takes time to turn a football club around, and you know, that's what he needs down there to be successful. He needs time. And sorry, it's just Tom Flanagan walking in the background. He didn't think about going the other way.
Obviously, looking through that 3rd win in a row. It'll be, you know, first time this season. Just get some consistency going as well.
Well, we've been pretty consistent so far this season. We're just looking at being our next game. It doesn't matter whether it's 3 games in a row or whatever like that. It's just the next game. The other 2 now that we've won are gone. They're gone. You don't get any more points on the board for them, so they've gone. So, you know, it's all about the next game, the next game, the next game, and so on and so forth, really.
Perfect, thank you.